Like, they're eating beef.
That she stole from the pot here.
I couldn't try to finish it now.
Every week,
World Cup is started.
every breakaway,
Time. I need chicken. Follow. No. We will discuss. We have to go buy 8:16 today, Friday, the 18th of June. Tega Onojaife is interviewing Tega. Good morning, sports pundit and destiny, aka at Tega Supreme.
Tega
Find her
Supreme
on Twitter with that handle, and also find her on Twitter underneath the handle. For those of you who are mentally in ranking, we're mentally there with you. Make sure you join us in the conversation using the hashtag LockerRoom981, and of course, leave your comments on our live stream right now on YouTube. That's youtube.com. Arthur story. Let's talk basketball. The Los Angeles Lakers have spoken to Lonzo Ball and Kuzma about toning down their roasting of each other following a rap diss track that Ball released about Kuzma this week. So although Kuzma and Ball are close friends, the Lakers had grown concerned about the increasingly personal nature of some of the recent roasting between the two young stars. And sources said that the team spoke to both players and that there are no lingering issues and that both players agreed to tone down the joking insults on social media, because it's all fun and games until somebody starts crying. It is for these two. I don't know. I mean, the other people, the other young guys in the group, they tried at first and they're like, okay, you know what? I can't take the heat. Let me leave the kitchen. But these two, they're just going at it. And first of all, you have to understand, Lonzo Ball is his father's son. That guy control anybody. Trash talker. No, let me tell you, that guy got into a trash talking bout with Charles Berkeley and he won. What? He won every. Sorry, Lonzo Ball has won every single trolling battle he's gotten into. You don't want to battle with him. You're like, you know what? This guy doesn't have any work. He has 3 sons he's trying to sell for money. Just leave him alone. And so his son is not too far from him. And this track was, he called him Kylie Kuzma. Basically, Kuzma doesn't know his dad. Well, his father is not in his life. It's his mother that has raised him up. So that's who I didn't know that Kylie had this information. That's why I said, see, it's all fun and games until somebody digs to that place that you really didn't want them to dig to. I think for them, so I mean, Kuzma is laughing because basically the world knows that him and his mom, they are down. But the mother was the first person to tell and say, you know what, we need to stop joking now. Yes. Everybody get back to work. So what it is there had been that social media fight. Remember that time that Nick Young he dated one popular. Oh, Azalea. Yes, I remember that. Remember that video where they brought out of him doing stuff. Yeah, which is what ended that relationship. It ended that relationship. It ended that contract with LA. It broke up that team. So Lakers are just like, look, you know what? We don't want this drama anymore. Well, I've seen this I know that you are playing and I know that you are best of friends, but we don't want it to happen again. So they just shut it down. Like, guys, stop. It's like when your mother tells you are playing all this rough play. If I hear from anybody, I did it yesterday. I'm like, you are running around now. If I hear him, he blow my eye. I did not sit down 2 minutes. They came to report. There you go. Let's move on. More sports stories this morning in the locker room.
Super Eagles and the news. Now, Super Eagles coach Gernot Rohr has urged Russians to support John Obi Mikel, who's married to a Russian model. Now, Rohr stated this during his interaction with the media at the team's base in Esentuki. He says, we arrived here late in the night because of the delay we had, and some of our luggage is still not here. We got here around at 1 a.m. and people still came out to welcome us. We have some of our players who've had special relationships with Russia. Ido, who's Russian and Nigerian born, and Musa, who plays for CSK Moscow. Of course, there's also Mikhail, who's married to a Russian. We hope this will help us get the sympathy of the Russian public. We will have the possibility of our fans back home coming up to support us as the distance is really far, but we hope the fans can give us their support because of the players. Croatia is not far from here, and we expect their fans to come out in large numbers to support their team.
The Russians never start to support their people until they score 5 goals.
They're not come and support you because you married one of them. They will give you that one. Take and go. Go and look for support somewhere else. But I mean, there's a lot of people in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, that are not Nigerians, that are supporting the Super Eagles because of the jersey.
Yes, I saw a whole family the other day, and everyone somebody commented on that.
Yeah,
who are these?
I'm telling
they
you,
are the reason jersey crisis.
I thought that was Photoshop for a second.
No, it wasn't. There are a lot of people just supporting Nigeria because of the jersey.
That's nice.
Like some people are just going to go there. It's going to be like a jersey party.
I love it.
That's the reason why it was sold out.
But you know something that's great. I think there's something about that feeling that almost celebrates who we are as Nigerians. You know, we're just like, my brother, come now. It's like, one of us we jollof rice together.
Exactly.
It's great. It's a great spirit.
And you know we're like that, so we can go out and meet strangers and just do
instant
that.
Friends.
Yeah, instant friends. So we're fine. So we will get the support. I think there are Nigerians everywhere just sitting down, and you see them with people. You know, at first when we were going to Russia, we had this small meeting. You go to Russia, there are some places you shouldn't go to, be very everybody got onto the airplane and forgot the manual because some of the press people I've seen, they've gone to all the places we've said they shouldn't go to.
Wow. Okay.
Russia is a beautiful place.
It is, and I think because of the World Cup, they are a little more open. Yeah. Like I said during the opening ceremony, I said these people are trying to sell us something that they are not. But maybe for this period of the World Cup, they are what they claim they are: open, warm, welcoming. I
think just be aware that all cities have their vices and their underbelly. So just be a sharp guy. Like be a sharp guy in Lagos. Yes, Lagos is great. Then there are some corals in Lagos.
So I think it's what it is. But that game tomorrow is going to be important for me. The first game, getting a result out of the first game can set the tone for the tournament. And I don't think they should go and aim for a draw. They should go there and aim for a victory. I mean, like I said earlier, there were reports in camps about different camps quarreling and the other stuff, and it didn't make results any better when the news report came out to say that Ahmed Musa is now vice captain. Everybody's like, so that talk about Onazi and Mikel is kind of true, and then they are now denying that it's not true. So there's all that unnecessary distraction. But what the players need to do and what Geno and his players need to do, remember that here at the World Cup, focus. It is, for me, it will be easier for us to beat Argentina than to beat Croatia. So I think they should come at it with all they have. Croatia is going to be physical, they're going to be tactical, they're going to be well structured. They play good system football. But I think I like the best analysis I've seen of Nigeria came from Javier Mascherano, former defender for Barcelona, Argentina player. And he said, that Croatia is a very well organized team. But the thing about Nigeria is that they are disorganized. We are very disorganized. He said, we are very disorganized, and our disorganization can make you that disorganized. So let's go there with that our spirit of disorganization. Just take the light in the house. Let's see if they can survive.
Tega, I saw that quote. I didn't know whether I should laugh, cry, sad.
But that was very apt, and he's not the first person that has faced Nigeria that said that thing about Nigeria. It's like you don't know what. So your plan that had a plan, you just have to rearrange or play what you see on the pitch. So I guess Nigeria should do what they do best and try to get a result, because that result is very important against Croatia.
Absolutely, Tega. I think you mentioned some very important things. The team better stay focused. I believe the coach is focused. The boys should not be too excited about Kaftan and Jesse. Lagos, we have to take this break. When we come back, we're also taking your comments, so please do send us messages. Let's talk about what's going on in the world of sports, the World Cup. Somebody's upset about the pig that predicted we'd get to semi-finals. Chimabi Victor, don't take it personally. He's just doing his job. We'll be back in just a bit. It's the locker room on Smooth Breakfast.
I don't understand. It's just a pig. Everything is speaking now. Pig, puppy. I'm going there now. I was watching how Putin was hiding his joy because of this. They shook hands after the first goal. I was like, these guys have just conducted some oil business.
I'm telling you.
After the first goal,
there's no how.
Why was he sitting there?
There's no how. I'm like, these people have had a conversation. They just say, listen, you are in our country. Come with respect.
That's right.
Come with respect. That's what I'm telling you.
Throughout the game, they kept talking and shaking. Throughout the game, they were laughing at each other.
That was a business meeting.
I'm telling you. And that one that Infantino was there.
I'm getting some from you. If we
If you
win,
No, if
then
you
I'm going
lose,
to supply you
you
with.
drop the oil of price.
I think right now it was not even a question of is Russia going to win. It's by how
How
much
many-
will
yeah.
Russia win. That's all. And Putin had to hide his joy, so it's not be too obvious that something happened. But
I feel like they already made a deal there and then.
of course, because all global press are just like, really, you have not won the last 7 matches, but somehow you showed up today and trashed somebody 5.
They won't try though. Better than what Germany did this week. I don't know why. So if I'm Saudi Arabia, there's some matches I won't show up for. And 3 hours.
Well, back in studio. Yes, indeed. We are Smooth 98.1, and you are listening to Smooth Breakfast right now. It's the locker room discussing all things sports. Just before the break, we were commenting a little bit on the World Cup, and we see that Olaolu Akinola has sent a message straight away on YouTube. He says, when Russia was thrashing Arabia, I was just watching how Putin was hiding his joy because of the Saudi king. He now shook him to console him. Okay, Olaolu, I think they were both all right. I don't think it was consolation. I think they mutually consoled themselves beforehand.
Exactly.
Let's see more coming in still. Ronson says, good morning, everyone. I reiterate for the last time, Lopetegui's timing as coach of Real Madrid wasn't cool. Okay, Ronson, come
Ronson
down.
actually told me he's going to come in, so I'm waiting till we get to that story so that I will destroy this your theory.
We will address it properly. Up next, let's talk tennis. So Rafael Nadal has withdrawn from the Fever Tree Championships at Queen's Club. Now, Nadal was initially named as part of the strongest entry list into the tournament's history, but revealed that he would evaluate his Wimbledon build-up after his victory in Paris. He was quoted as saying this: Queens is a great event. I have happy memories of winning the title in 2008, and I wanted to come back this year. Now, Nadal, who has not indicated whether or not he will feature at next month's Wimbledon, carried on saying, but it has been a very long clay court season for me with great results. I would like to say sorry to the tournament organizers and most of all to the fans that were hoping to see me play. But I've spoken to my doctors and I need to listen to what my body is telling me.
I bet sleep, guy.
It feels almost like he's listening to what Roger Federer's advisors are saying as well.
Yes,
Because they are in their mid-30s.
I mean, look, the guy needs a break. Clearly, he has been overtasking his body. And the Roland Garros has been so great to him because from one tournament, he's almost found a way to equal Roger Federer. Roger Federer has been hustling to win at all tournaments. Rafael Nadal just focused on the French Open. 11 titles alone from one place, it's all right. But what it is that his body is not as strong, and the way he plays his tennis has more wear and tear on his body, and he had a long clay court season because he had, like I said, he had a lot of points to defend, and so he wanted to defend all those points. He wasn't able to defend 1,000 points of those, but the rest he managed to scale through. And now the body.
Now talking World Cup, the host Russia kicks off their Group A campaign in style with a 5-0 win over Saudi Arabia on Thursday. The goal scorer Sherishev said, "They're just feeling right. Happy we won and happy I could help my team. I could never have dreamt of anything like this. I felt very happy when I knew that I would be there here in the squad, but I never dreamt of anything like this." The Saudi Arabian coach, Juan Antonio Pizzi, said that the opposing team really did not have to make a huge effort to win this game. We have no feeling of shame and start thinking about the next match.
Okay, somebody has beaten you 8-0 before and woke up. Don't do as if it's a new thing. The question was how many goals. It wasn't what are you able to say. But it's a good game for the Russians to start with. As hosts, I don't think I can't remember the last time a host win to get the crowd into the World Cup. You don't want to lose your first game and the crowd that was not even already there starts even slithering away even further. So you wanted to win that first game for the crowd. You wanted to win it for yourself. You wanted to win it because your president was there. And your president doesn't smile. So that could mean he's out of the rest of the tournament.
Oh, wow.
But Sherishev comes in off the bench, and his first contribution is to take two people's fathers, put them on the floor, and then score a goal. It was not a polite thing to do. That's not what you do to another professional. But he had to score the goal, and Russia has started off with good ground. Let's see what Egypt and Uruguay would do, because like everybody has it's on lockdown. Saudi Arabia, we have 3 points of there.
Mm.
So it's the other points that they're fighting for.
Saudi, I'm going to start rooting for Saudi. Like, I don't to explain to me. So, sacked Spanish coach Julen Lopetegui admitted he's very sad about his shock departure from the World Cup. And the 15-year-old will relieved of his duties on the eve of the tournament after the Spanish Football Federation president Luis Rubiales learned just 5 minutes before the official announcement was made of his deal to also become Real Madrid manager after the tournament. Lopetegui told reporters, "I'm very sad, but this."
Here is where the problem as it was the under dealings, and this is what and I tell people all the time, many a coach communication. Now remember this on what's today, Friday, on Wednesday. But earlier, it's been less than 3 months or so that Lopetegui renewed his contract with Spain. Just about less than 3 months. So it hasn't been long. So he was part of their plan for development. They don't just hire and fire coach. They have a plan. Okay. So he had signed a new contract maybe less than 3 months ago. And then Real Madrid now comes to meet him. Remember I said he wasn't on the table. His name wasn't mentioned. Real Madrid comes to meet him. Real Madrid approaches him about a job. Maybe you're trying to play it safe that you may not get a job at the end of the day. So you don't mention the first meeting. But the minute that the conversation starts getting more important, you get the FA and tell them, look, this is what's going on. Real Madrid has approached me, and you know that this is club football, and I know I just signed a contract with you. This is what's going to happen. He didn't tell them anything.
Right. So they found out through back channels.
Now, the six Real Madrid players on the team knew that he had signed a contract. This contract signing did not happen when we thought it happened. They knew he was going to be the next coach. I think 2 other players from 2 other clubs also knew he was going to be the next coach of Real Madrid. So the players knew first. So the media, there was a fear that the other 2 were going to leak it, which is why they now had to get in front of it. So it wasn't necessarily the timing as much as it was the fact that they were soccer punched into it. So the FA didn't know, and then Real Madrid is going to announce 5 minutes, and they're saying, what is all this announcement about? And they find out that it's about their coach that they just signed a contract with.
National team coach.
National team coach that they signed a contract with is going to Real Madrid, and they did not know. And that's where the problem was. You have to converse with your immediate employers. This is what is going to happen. It's like you waking up one morning and saying, I'm going to leave a station. Nobody's holding you there. But you're going to give a notice. You're going to have a conversation before you leave, and that's where the problem was. So, but for me, what the anger is that a lot of people was like, he was part of the build up to the World Cup, so don't fire him immediately. But people are like, if you do that, you are setting precedent. So there's a mix. For me, I don't think they should have fired him.
I think it's an extreme reaction.
I think
at this point, when your national team really needs a
facing
leader.
Portugal today, and you know that the Portuguese team, they don't really have a style to win, but they have a style not to lose.
So then, any comments on people calling Rubiales not knowing his job?
They felt like that this sack was a tantrum. A lot of people in his quarters felt like it was a tantrum that shouldn't have happened. It should have been managed. But let's see how it goes.
That match is for 1 p.m. today.
They're going to hear one.
We will watch. Oh, by the way, Sergio Ramos insists that there are no cracks in the Spain camp after their shock managerial change on the eve of the tournament, urging his teammates to move on quickly. He said, "We need to move on as soon as possible. These have not been pleasant times at all. For me personally, it was more of a delicate moment, but I can assure you that these problems provide an opportunity to grow. Julen has been part of all the preparations for this World Cup, but Spain needs to come before any individual. As soon as possible, let's move on from this and focus on the World Cup. That is better for everyone." He continues, says, "There are no cracks. We are all individuals and we all think differently, but the collective idea is the same. We're here for the World Cup."
I think ultimately that's the bottom line. We're here for the World Cup. They have a team of great quality footballers. Sometimes you just need the right cook to put all those ingredients together and get the winning. And make the food, the jollof soup, like you said it. Bring out the results. But what it is here is that the luck for them, I would say, is that Hernando Hierro is really he's played for Spain. He's a hero for Spain. He's been captain for Spain. So he's been a leader in different categories up until now. So putting that kind of inspirational figure as your coach or your interim coach for now could help bring people together. So the players already look up to him. They're not going to do that. The pain is that what he said is that he's not going to change anything that Lopetegui had planned because it's simply too soon.
Yeah.
So they're going to continue the plan without the person that drew the master plan. I don't know how they're going to make it work, but what I can say is that he's an inspirational figure and he can draw a result for them. On the other hand, he's facing a tactically sound team that don't play beautiful football, but they get results.
But they need their morale to be up on that level.
They will find morale. It's today. They don't have time again. It's this afternoon.
It really is today. Okay, lots of messages coming in. This one is in from Timmy. She says, I see Nigeria start on a very good note for African teams. And when will that Saudi Sabito play football? I remember Germany trashed them 8-0 during the 2002 FIFA. They should where you think you give a bribe to the other party to win their hearts. They should wake up to reality. Already had hacking, thrashing, with dribbling their destiny away. Spain should forget this World Cup sacking. Your coach dying minutes. Che, sorry.
I see what you did with the hacking.
Well, Shego from Ikorodu says the Russian team rushed the Saudis without Ramadan Messi, but Lopetegui deserved the sack for the underground deal, says Shego from Ikorodu. Shego, you hasho. If they treat you like that, how would you like it? Ronson said he should have waited till after the World Cup for the announcement to be made. Well, I think that's what he tried to do, isn't it?
I don't understand what
that's what he tried to do.
Ronson is just insisting on the timing. Ronson, there is nothing wrong with the timing. You'll be all right.
Zizi Classic says, Biko Tega, free Russia to celebrate their winning. If you're supporting Nigeria, I beg, gather here at School FM. Make we do small crusade before our match tomorrow. Best of luck to the Eagles, 2-0 in our favor. And MI from Akoka says, Saudi Arabia, we just increased the price of oil like that. Increase the price. He says the Russian players were just doing the most, flexing muscle up and down. The only thing missing in this World Cup is Trump. Imagine Putin and Trump watching the game. Two alpha males battling for supremacy. Chai! FIFA president will try his best to stop World War III.
I can imagine Trump.
Thank God the US didn't make it. We don't have to suffer through that torture.
Because you don't distract from the game entirely. You don't need that. Lagos coming up next. Final few minutes of sports inside the locker room. We've got to take this break, so do keep listening. It is Smooth 98.1.
Hi, my name is Rita Dominic, and this is Smooth 98.
Ronson just won. That timing is just paying Ronson. Ronson, you'll be right. All right.
Sorry.
Hello, baby. I just heard back from
Sorry
the
now.
offer is not bad, but
Oh, great. What?
It's just if the FA had known, it wouldn't have been a problem.
It wouldn't have been as bad.
Because when Conte wanted, in fact, when Conte wanted to leave Italy, they knew that after that Euros, he was leaving Italy to go to a club.
Italy didn't make it to the World Cup.
No. After the Euro, Italy didn't make it to this World Cup. They knew that after that Euros, he was leaving to go to a club. So Tebake knew where he was going, but we didn't know. But you understand, the FA has to, so we all knew that he was leaving at the end of Euros, and we knew he was going to a club. We didn't know where.
That's the proper thing.
That's he didn't discuss with them at all. He didn't. Can you find out 5 minutes before the announcement that the guy you just married 3 months ago has a new boyfriend?
Leaving you.
Exactly. Why are leaving you?
After you have planned your life.
We just got back together. Do you understand? We said, okay, we are going to be in this together.
Yeah.
The next thing I hear that you're like,
We have even secured apartments.
you understand? The guy has not proposed to you.
So we're doing salami.
Salah, because they're playing.
Both Salah.
With over
really?
235 academic fields of
They're the
study
first
to
one.
offer, your student is guaranteed to
Are
find the
they?
right course. No SAT, no English test, and quick admission for this August intake is available. Partial scholarships are still available.
Una no rich.
092-906-508, 092-906-508.
Have you seen Nigerians?
Africa
In
at
fact, they are
nscglobal.com now to
Go to Russia and be showing your face.
at NSC
Do you know they now went to Russia? They now went to look for Nigerian food. The Nigerian restaurant, they closed the one that was around where Essence of Turkey or what Essence of whatever it's called. They closed it 3 years ago for bad hygiene. Come and see grumbling.
I don't know why Nigerian people do that. I cannot fly out to Nigeria to go somewhere and find Nigerian food that I know will not taste like food from home.
What is the point?
That thing makes me angry.
No,
It's so
because
hard
one of
to
the
find a
reasons why
Tega,
you want
trust
to
me,
travel
because I
is
used
to
to do
taste
it.
food from other
It's not
cultures.
even that. I don't like people to fuck up my Nigerian, excuse my French.
No.
So I just don't like people to mess up things that I like.
Yes.
And I've gone to places before because it's hard to find proper Nigerian.
Yeah, you have to
different
know.
countries.
You have to know the people. Yes.
the law. And sometimes you go somewhere, when in South Africa they did this thing to me, I was so angry because I've been quietly eating all my foreign food. The boys were like, no, just follow. I waited for jollof rice for over 1 hour. That came out as brown rice.
No, you went to the wrong place. That's South Africa is the place you won't find.
Guys were
This
in
is Rhoda's
studio.
listening to Smooth 98.
And we are back in. Your smooth operators are here for the final few minutes talking sports inside the locker room. Joining us on Smooth Breakfast, and by us I do mean Valentine.
And Folu.
Yes, indeed. We've got Tega Supreme. Now, Tega, this next story is rather interesting. Everyone's been very concerned about Mo Salah, but the Egypt forward is almost 100% certain to play in Friday's World Cup opener. That's today against Uruguay in Yekaterinburg. That's what Hector Cooper says. He says, I can almost assure you 100% that he will play, save unforeseen circumstances at the very last minute. Now, he could become the top goal scorer here and one of the greatest players. He also said that Salah was doing very well, had recovered very quickly, and that they're trying to make him feel confident, and the doctors are giving him the option to play or not, but knowing Salah very well, and they're sure that he's not afraid and he's not fearful. But do you think he should be concerned?
I think he shouldn't play at all. I think they're rushing him. And that's where the problem is. They're rushing him, and this is not a good match to ease somebody into a competition. This is Uruguay. They're not small boys to stop the ball from entering the back of the net. They will do physical players. Thank you. They will do any and everything. They're not. You know how they play football in South America. They'll kick you. They'll be like, get up.
You don't want them to brush Mo Salah in the middle of the game again.
Look, people that can bite you just to get a result. Trust me, it's not a good country to start a good game against. I don't think they're going to start him. Maybe they're going to bring him in as a substitute, but regardless of what it is, I don't think he should play at all today. I think he should heal for as long as he can, because if he plays and he does any damage to the injury, the healing period will take longer. So if you ask me, Hector Cooper, don't play him at all, especially not against Uruguay. I know it's your toughest match, and I know your biggest match, and you want your biggest players to be there, but please don't play him.
I think he heard you.
I'm just concerned because right now he's a definite target, and people are going to be gunning for him. He's the easy one, and if you mess up your talisman, that doesn't bode well for you for the rest of the game. Anyways, let's round up with this message in from Charles Chidozie, who says, this new Madrid coach that has come in with such controversy seems like a coach that will be fine after 15 matches. In addition to that, Florentino Perez have succeeded in turning all the Spanish fans plus referees against his new employee. Bueno. Okay. And I do believe we're actually done this morning. Big T was a last comment saying Russia rushed our fasting brothers. Nigeria has one best jersey, so we don't try. And the Spanish FA boss has anger management issues. He needs therapy. And Don Paya says, I hope Salah isn't being rushed onto the pitch. Egypt can still lose with or without Salah against a biting Uruguay. Tega, where are Chin Chin?
Which Chin Chin? I have Chin Chin. I don't know about you. I didn't fry for you.
Please carry on this conversation with Tega and her Chin Chin up on social media. Find her at Tega Supreme or at LIS International. Valentine and myself, you can still find right here. We're going to be giving you some great jams because it is a holiday Friday.
Yes,
we want you to have a happy holiday. Eid Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. We'll be back in just a bit. Keep listening to Smooth 98.1.
Is that what Mr. Fashe you should do? That you should play music?